What's up, Nick Havocaholics? I really should think of a new name since I'm going to be sober. I really shouldn't call people Nick Havocaholics. But anyways, welcome. This is going to be day 3 of quitting weed after 30 years of smoking all the time. But yeah, today was interesting to say the least. I had a big hike planned. I was going to go do by myself because I didn't want to bring anybody else with me in case I had some kind of a irritable mood spell or something like that. I didn't want to ruin anybody else's day because I've been doing the research on quitting smoking, and they say days 3 to 5 are like the worst. They said that's when most people relapse, is on days 3 to 5. I don't really know if that's true or not, but I really didn't want it to happen. So I had planned this big hike. I was going to go do it by myself, and it was tough. Wow, that was tough. And all this snow and everything, geez Louise. But midway through the hike, I don't know if it was the withdrawals messing up my stomach, or it could have been the inhaler that I took. Because when I started the hike, I had to start hiking up from the road, and there was this real climby part, like right off the road. And as soon as I climbed up to the top, which was scary as heck, I thought I was going to fall down and just kill myself. But I got up on the little ledge, and I was sitting there, and I was just like this onset asthma attack. It was terrible. I mean, I sat there for like 20 minutes, I felt like. And I got into my backpack, and I got out this older blue albuterol inhaler, and I took it. And it didn't get rid of the wheeze. Normally when I take the inhaler, I'm all good. Didn't get rid of the wheeze, so I took it again. I was like, dang, still can't breathe. A few minutes later, I took it again because I was thinking maybe I wasn't getting like full puffs or something because it was old. And so I took that thing like 4 or 5 little puffs. It was not getting rid of the wheezing. I was like, oh my God, like I'm not gonna make it to the top of this mountain today if I can't breathe. So finally I got out my yellow one, which is like a newer one. It's like, it must be some kind of different, it's like a different brand or something anyways, but I got the newer one out and I took the puff once and I was able to breathe again and the adventure continued. However, there in a few hours, I wasn't sure if it was the withdrawal or all those puffs of inhaler, something upset my stomach like crazy. I ended up like dry heaving, throwing up. Like, yeah, I was just puking up like all the water that I had drinking. It was terrible. I thought I was gonna freaking die. Like literally, I thought I was not coming back. I got to the top of the mountain, which was crazy because it took me like 3.5 hours to get up there, which is, that's a long time. I put all my energy into getting up there. I didn't really leave a lot for coming down, and I didn't take enough water at all either. That was another huge mistake. Didn't take enough water. I ran out of water like pretty much on the summit, and I was like, I've got to get down off this thing now, and I can't go back down the way that I came up. It's way too hard. I'm gonna have to drop it off the north side of the mountain, try and find some road or something, because there's like all these cabins and stuff way, way, way up there, and they've got all these roads and everything. Anyways, I start coming down, and man, my stomach was just not cooperating at all. Like I said, I puked up all the little bit of water that I had drinking. I ended up like eating snow all the way down. I was like, dude, I'm so dehydrated right now. Coming down to nearly 3 hours, but it was terrible. Yeah, it was a pretty rough day. However, I did make it to the summit, which was awesome because I had written this really cool Golden Age song.
Short days without much light, freezing cold, dark winter nights. I grab my gear for today we hike. As I get closer, my adrenaline spikes. Golden Age mine lies up on the ridge, and down to Castle Gulch it spills, where in 6 layers may be overkill, but I must get to the top of Golden Age Hill. Never give up, never surrender, don't stop fighting, it will get better. Eyes on the goal, I will be great. Ignore the pain, the Golden Age awaits.
Like last week, I was gonna go hike it, and then it was way too snowy, and I wasn't able to hike. And so I wrote this cool song, so I wanted to go back today and do it so I could use the song in my video. But I'm really glad that I've got hiking to keep me busy, because if I don't, and I'm just sitting around all day, wow, it's way worse. It's way worse. But trust me, when I'm up there and I'm trying not to die, the last thing I'm thinking about is loading the bowl and hitting it. That is literally the last thing on my mind. I'm not trying to make it harder to breathe. I'm not trying to dry my mouth out any more than it already was. Dang, it was terrible. But I'm just going to say, though, I'm the master now at eating snow. I know exactly how to do it. You don't want to pack it down too tight. You want to lay it on your tongue, get some snow. And then as you're like breathing out, just like leave it on your tongue, or sometimes it sticks to the roof of your mouth. And then as you're breathing, that hot air kind of melts it a little bit, and you can suck on the snow and get a little sip of water. I'm telling you, that worked. That worked. I know you're not supposed to eat snow if you're like hypothermic, because that just makes you colder, but I really wasn't that cold. So I was like, I'm gonna try this. I'm gonna eat some of this snow. And then you also want to get snow from like a clear area where there's not trees and stuff above it, because if there's trees and stuff above the snow, it's gonna be dirty, stuff falling out of the trees. So I'm like the snow eating expert now. You're like, what is this? I thought you were gonna talk about being sober and stuff. I am. I'm just telling you what I did today and the effects that I was feeling. Man, my stomach, dang, that was terrible. It was terrible. At one point I was coming down and I'm like reading my map, and it's like, wow, it shows roads right here. I'm like, I don't see any roads. All I see is snow everywhere. I was in like ankle deep snow all freaking day for like 6 hours. It was terrible. Actually, more like 7 hours. But to make a long story short, I had to suck it up. I had to suck it up, and I had to get down this snowy, terrible, annoying mountain. And I did. It took me a long time. But I'm telling you, when I got down and I got back to my car, I texted my friend. I'm like, dude, I'm on cloud 7 right now. And I was like, correction, cloud 9. It's seventh heaven, cloud 9. However, though, if there's a cloud 9, there's got to be a cloud 7. Maybe it's just as good as cloud 9, and we don't know about it. I'm just saying, I was so happy. I was floating. But even when I had to drive back through Loveland today, not a problem. I didn't get pissed off at all. Maybe it was because I was so tired, I didn't really care. But I really didn't get angry. I was singing along with the songs I was playing. Yeah, it was great. Like I said, I was really happy that I was able to accomplish that. And like I said, and I'm also happy that I have hiking as a hobby to do to take up my time. Because yeah, if you don't have anything to do, you don't have any friends or anything, it's going to be rough trying to quit on your own. You got to have something to keep you busy. If you're busy, you're not going to think about it as much. So that's my 2 cents. Made it through day 3. Looking forward to tomorrow, Saturday, the weekend. I'm just going to chill. I got plenty of footage now to edit for my other channel. And I'm looking forward to it, guys. I'm feeling great, feeling good. I mean, yeah, there are some urges here and there, but nothing that's going to make me actually pick up some weed and smoke it. It's not happening. It's going to take so much more. 2025, this is the year of changes. And I'm going to make as many positive changes in my life as I can. And I appreciate the people that are watching who are helping to support me. Appreciate that. I appreciate your kind words. Thank you so much. And until tomorrow, y'all, peace.